Hello again, or if you're new with us, welcome to the Canting Club. New York, New York, so good we drank it twice. New York, New York, where the grapes they ripen nice. I love it, New York, New York. Don't you think that this tastes pretty? This wine from New York City. Last time we visited this producer, Channing Daughters of Long Island, I serenaded the glass with Sinatra's New York. So for our return visit, it seemed somehow necessary that I should mangle another classic tune about the Big Apple. For make no mistake, this wine is as New York as it gets without growing the grapes in Central Park. Last time we did a rosé from this producer. This is most definitely a white. It's from 100% Pinot Grigio, often quite a deeply coloured variety, but this, as you can see, a pale straw, showing that it hasn't had a great deal of skin contact. Oh, it does smell lovely though. They're not hugely intense, but there's lots going on in here. And it's really typical of the grape. Good Pinot Grigio has this very distinctive scent. Cheap Pinot Grigio doesn't really smell of anything, but this is definitely the good stuff. But it's maddeningly difficult to describe. There's elements of bruised petals, of honey, and a savouriness, almost a meatiness, and yet they're all aspects of the same smell. This wine's definitely got it, but much more besides. There's a veritable fruit salad of scents going on in here. Peach and pear and grape, and a ripe citrus hovering between tangerines and lemons. Americans would say Meyer lemon, which are less sharp and sweeter and more bergamot scented than the regular variety, but you never see them over here, so no one knows what they taste of. Underpinning that, there are floral notes of honeysuckle, and yet despite that, and the touch of honey, and the fruit salad qualities, this doesn't smell at all sweet. There's a streak of chalky minerals running through this that tells you that the wine's going to be dry. And it is, and fresh and clean with zippy acidity, though perhaps not that much more than medium. Great fruit intensity on this. White peach, ripe yellow pear, and white nuts actually. Cashews. Normally nuttiness on a wine is indicative of oak aging, but that's not the case here. This is definitely a quality of the fruit and of the grape. It's surprisingly full-bodied too for a wine that's only 12.5% alcohol. Again, that's rather characteristic of Pinot Grigio. It does have this weight to it. And that's accentuated here by a saline, stony quality to the wine that I think has come from long lees aging. This wine has spent 11 months on its lees, and that does tend to impart that quality into the wine. Oh yeah, and that stoniness continues on into the spicy finish, which is also juicy with acidity and nutty too, though the cashews from the palate have mutated into bitter almonds for the finish. This is gorgeous stuff, with a lot more character and complexity than most Pinot Grigio. And yet it's still in the fresh and lively Italian style that's so versatile both on its own and with food. This has enough complexity to repay really thoughtful drinking, and yet at the same time it's so delicious and so easy to drink that you really don't have to think about it to enjoy it. That seems to be a Channing trademark. I remember saying something almost exactly the same about their rosé last year. Cheers!